What's good? It's your boy DreBlack, and we're back with another podcast episode. And today, on episode 6, again, we got Josiah. Hey, so what's up to the people, man?
Hey, what's up? I know you probably remember me from part 1.
Well, yeah, they haven't seen part 1. So for those of you who don't know, we've already filmed his episode of the podcast, and something bad happened to where the audio got messed up and you couldn't hear the audio. So I hit him up and I said, hey, you trying to do the podcast episode again? And he was like, sure. And that's what we're doing here right now. So, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I was going to make a joke in between there, but I let you have it because I was going to be like, oh, Raggy, what have you done?
And for those of you who don't know, Josiah is my homie, he's my friend. I've known him pretty much my whole life. At this point, he's like one of my cousins. So you've probably seen him on my gaming channel a long time ago, maybe a year or two ago. And you probably you probably seen him on a couple games. I'm trying to think of a game we played. We played Black Ops, Split Screen. Emily wants to play too.
Alice wants to play too, or something like that.
Yeah. We was screaming on that one.
Man, I'll never play that game with you again. You're like,
nah, cause you was acting like you was scared until it was your turn to hold the controller.
Listen, I wasn't scared until you started scaring the ice cream.
Nah, but
you're too grown men fearless of girls, man.
But for those of you who are newer watching, if you didn't know, this is a gaming podcast. So what we like to do here is play mini games in between asking questions. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now. And by the way, this is the last episode of season 1. Season 2 is gonna be revamped. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be new stuff, new guests, and a different format. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So Josiah, you are the last but not least of season 1. You know what I'm saying? And what we're gonna go ahead and do is play the next. What'd you say?
Does this mean I get Thanos? Am I like one of those anime side characters who, like, you know?
No. It's like, God. No, think of it like this. Like, remember when Bruce Lee was going in that little house thing and he was fighting everybody, but the best fighter was at the top? You're at the top, basically. Just look at it like that. Yeah. But anyways, we're going to play our first mini game. It's called 2 Games, 1 Lame. It's where you name 3 games and you try to guess which one of the games that the other person doesn't really like. So do you want me to name my 3 games first, or would you like to name your 3 games and I guess?
You first.
All righty. So the 3 games that I have written down here in front of me, I have Need for Speed, I have 2K, and I have Spellbreak. One of these games I don't like. I'm going to name it again. Need for Speed, 2K, Spellbreak.
Need for Speed.
Why you say that?
Because I read the question.
You're not supposed to say that. Okay, so basically, the reason why Need for Speed is the one that I don't like anymore is because for some reason, Need for Speed Most Wanted on the GameCube was the funnest Need for Speed for me, in my opinion. After that, it's like they don't even feel the same. I don't even feel like I'm playing Need for Speed anymore. Like, for some reason, that's just me though. But I like 2K. I don't play 2K, but I like it. I just don't see a reason in buying the same game every year until they, like, you know, come out with something like extremely different. But they haven't. So, and then Spellbreak, I like Spellbreak. It's one of those games that you just can't really. You can play by yourself, but I would rather not. Kind of like Apex. Like, you kind of need 3 people. So
what is Spellbreak? I never heard of it.
Spellbreak is like a battle royale. But instead of shooting with guns, you use spells to attack people.
So Wizard 101?
It's like Wizard 1. If Wizard 101 was a battle royale, no cards though. Like, it's straight powers. Like, if you got you pick up gauntlets, and each gauntlet has an ability. So there's a fire, there's a lightning, there's a wind, and you can put these gauntlets on and use those powers. And you can have a secondary gauntlet. So I can have the power of fire on my left hand and then power of ice on my right hand, and I can use these gauntlets to fight people and get kills and stuff like that. And then, you know, battle royale style, you just last team standing wins. Mm-hmm. Yep, like that. And they got you can fly on there and do all types of stuff. It's actually pretty cool. It's free too.
Awesome. Can I move on like Michael Jackson then?
No. All right, what's your 3?
All right. See, the Kingdom Hearts series as a whole. I'm not going to name like each individual one because we'll be here forever for that. The
Okay.
NBA 2K series as a whole,
Okay.
and Fate Grand Order.
Who?
Fate Grand Order, FGO.
I'm gonna say that last one that you said is the one that you don't like.
No,
Wait, which
it's
one do you not
2K.
like? You
2K.
don't like 2K?
Remember, I love him.
Oh, by the way, for the audience who's listening, these questions that we're doing, these are the same questions we did when we filmed this the first time. Except for Josiah remembers everything, and I don't remember nothing. So that's why he's like, "You don't remember it?" No, I don't. I honestly don't. Like 2K, I see you on 2K like a lot.
Nah, dude, I haven't touched 2K in like 8 months.
Oh wow, why is that?
Yeah, I'm debating still right now. Should I get the next gen version, like 2K21?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not hearing too many good things about it. Too many bad. And like, it's what you said earlier. I'm kind of getting tired of copy paste. Sure, they're updating the team roster, and that's great. But the story feels the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't play competitively either. It's like if I don't play with some tryhards, man, I'm gonna get wrecked because I'm a scrub it. I suck at that. I play micro because I like the story, make my characters like. But same old, then they pay $50.
I feel like they should just with 2Ks, FIFA's, NBA Lives or whatever, with all the sports games, they should just come out with one game and then make like seasons and like have like cheap prices, like $6 for the new season. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like they do the battle royales, and just do it like that instead of coming out with a game every year. Just keep one game and just keep updating it. Until like only reason to make a new game is if the graphics are like just like and gameplay is outstanding. But if it's like a little bit better than last year, like bro, I'm not finna spend $60-$70 on a brand new game just because it got my favorite basketball player on the front of it. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, like with 2K21, like if you Google it and look at like the graphics on there, look at Curry from his real life self to this video game to 2K21's next gen. It looks very realistic. Same with Clay and all them. They look more realistic now, but I'm like if you want to give us a new game, try every once, 2-3 years maybe.
Yeah.
At least expansion, like maybe like when the new big draft comes, so like right now we just left like a big draft with like LaMelo Ball and his class. So you could have done something like, hey, when Shaquille O'Neal's son comes to the NBA, that's a big win right there. Like before he comes to the NBA, we're gonna find what team he's gonna go for, and we're gonna put on our roster. We're gonna update some season pass from now, like until that next draft class comes in, to keep it more fresh.
Because I like that because if you wait 2 or 3 years to come out with a new 2K or Madden, then it's like I kind of feel like I got my $60 worth. You know what I'm saying? Because a year goes by fast. You spend $60 on a game, and then they already making a second one. Like the next one. It's like, bro, I just spent this $60, bro. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and on next gen, they up the price to $70. So like, let me get it straight. I'm paying $70 for a game, which used to cost me $60. $60 in the previous gen. The next gen is cost me $70. Then thanks to microtransactions, yes, we're going here. Thank you, 2K. You're the only reason why some people, like friends of mine overseas, who want to buy things on gotcha games, cannot anymore because loot boxes and stuff like that are rigged because of 2K. What they did affect the entire gotcha system, which is a good, bad thing. Some countries made it illegal, but we're not getting into that. But it's like I'm paying $50 to upgrade a player from a 0 to a 95 at least to get me started. I'm still a scrub.
Yeah.
Like people hack cheap.
Speaking of 2K, kind of ties into our first question we got here. Do you have a favorite type of game? And if so, what game? So it could be a favorite game, a favorite type, or a favorite genre of game. Like, what is your favorite?
I lean towards more RPG games.
Okay. Was that role player games? I mean, like, what's an RPG? RPG, like, explain it for me or somebody else who doesn't really know, or unless you have like an example.
RPG are it's like what you said, role playing games, but it's not. We'll talk about that other side of RPG later because I think I know what your question is later down the line. But RPG is more like games that like you play as like Kingdom Hearts, like you're playing as the character itself. Like you're playing as Sora, Riku, or
Okay.
like you're part of the story. Or like when you make an LC character, that's
So would Wizard 101 and DC Universe Online, would those be considered role play? Because you kind of like make your own character and play as them, or okay, cool. So role play would be your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I
least
played
right now.
COD with you plenty of times, and it was fun, but getting blown up that amount of times ain't really that fun.
I
can
mean,
never even
technically, with your logic, COD is a role playing game too. I'm pretending like I'm somebody who's in a situation who has to fight for his life and fight for his team. I'm gonna get in there and do what I gotta do. Nah, play. It ain't no role play game.
Yeah, think of it this way, and here's my logic behind this. Every video game you could think of is legit just an RPG game, but with extra added content to it. So Call of Duty, RPG / shooting, NBA, RPG / basketball, sports game.
Yeah.
My favorite right now is a mobile game that can play on a computer too, but as that's kind of a mixed bag because it's a visual novel / a light novel, but it's also like you have to make choices. So it's pretty much like role playing because you gotta make a choice. You got good routes, you got bad routes. You got one route where you could be like, "Hey, I get the girl," or the bad route where it's like, "Oh dang, this man took my spine out and threw in the grave. Now I'm dead." Oh well.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is also the second question, which ties into what you're saying now. Like, what do you feel like, based off your opinion, is enjoyable about role playing games? Like, what draws you to role playing games the most?
I think the story, the graphics, the things that can inspire like my artistic side with like may want to give me some kind of inspiration to draw new characters. I mean, that's how I came with some of my OCs, but mostly I don't play a lot of video games, so I can't really say much about it. But I do play a lot of like these gotcha games, like a popping one right now that you should totally try out on your game jam one day if you want to. It's called Genshin Impact.
I've already played it on Twitch.
You already played it?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you ever post it?
I played it on Twitch live like 2 or 3 times. Genshin Impact, it's cool. Somebody told me that you could get to multiplayer, but you got to get to a certain level, and in order to do that, you have to play the story. It was too slow for me, man. I'm so used to the past 3-4 years. I've been like so Call of Duty / Battle Royale / shoot / fast pace / you know what I'm saying? Like that game is just too slow for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
I would have to work my way up into playing a Genshin Impact, but right now it's just not my thing.
Yeah, if you're on a computer, I feel like that'd be a fun game if you play on your PS5 or PS4 or that, because this is a cross-platform game. So for some reason, you can't put like your Sony account onto your phone because it also works on phone. Like I play on phone.
Okay.
So what my biggest problem is, my thumbs are too big, and 2, like sometimes it's hard to like figure out where I'm going. Cause like the screen may be wide, but I'm like also my screen's cracked.
Yeah. See, I don't really play phone games like that. But when I played it on the PS4, and it's cool. I like the graphics and everything, and it has a nice little story. I feel like if it was an anime, I would be more patient with it if it was like something to just sit down and watch. But since I'm actually playing and I have to walk all the way from here to all the way to there, it's kind of like I don't think I want to do this for every single quest.
Teleporting and all stuff later on. But it's like you mentioned anime, right? Because guess what? I just restarted watching, and I'm trying to catch up because I'm amazed because people trash this and now they're all on its bandwagon. I'm like, fakers, all y'all fakers.
On what?
Called it trash. Black Clover because I'm like, I said this anime is gonna be good. I'm like, just get a time, it's gonna be good. They're like, nah, that thing's trash. Cut to my side when I stopped watching, then all of a sudden it's real good. I'm like, I looked at what episode they're on in the English dub, they're on 149, but on it in the
How many
sub they're on
is
like
that? Is that how many episodes they have total?
currently, yes, and it's still going.
Black Clover?
Yeah, Black Clover.
Oh, I've never watched it. Everybody's been telling me to watch it.
Dude,
I didn't know it was only
Black
149,
Clover,
but I'm gonna get on that tonight. I can
Dude,
see.
Black
I'm
Clover
watching.
is like,
Look,
let me
I'm
tell
currently
you, it's
watching One Piece. One Piece is like 900 plus episodes. I'm
yeah,
on
I'm
like
still
episode
watching
200 something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I just
still
started
watching.
in 2020, so it's like I didn't Black Clover. I could be watching that on the side. You know, that could be like my little side piece
on
anime.
episode 39 of Black Clover, and
It's
how
cool
many
so
episodes?
far?
And I'm watching the dub, and there's
You
a total
watch Dub. Dub is cool.
there's one.
See,
I
but
watch
they
them
don't
all
be
day.
sounding like when you watch Dub, it's like you be seeing them and they be talking and you be hearing them, but you don't feel that soul. When you listen to it in subtitles with the Japanese voice actors, you feel the soul of the character. The character's alive. You know what I'm saying? You be like, because have you ever listened to Goku in English? You be like, ugh.
Well,
But then
yeah,
when you hear him in
they're
Japanese,
very-
be like, that's how he's supposed to sound. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch Naruto,
and
you be
that's
like,
all- and that's
the Japanese Naruto be like, that's how he's supposed to sound. But when you watch it in English, he's like, bro, what is this?
Dude, that woman is the woman who plays Goku, Gohan, and Goten. I don't even know how old she is now. But they said if she dies, man, Dragon Ball's just dead. It's just all of it's gone.
Yeah.
Like all of it's just gone out the window. But what I'm saying is like, so different animes I'm excited for. Like one of my animes just came back, the quintessential quintuplet. I love season 1. Now we're on season 2. And I'm trying to figure out who is the bride. Who is the bride? Because the problem with this thing is, right? They're quints. They're quintuplets.
5.
5 sisters. Yes, 5 sisters who all look exactly alike. And the main character, the main dude, marries one of them. We already know he got married, but we're trying to figure out who did he marry?
The crazy one, obviously, if she want to hide. But speaking of watching stuff, let me ask you this, because this is also one of the questions I have written down for you. What gamers do you often watch? I think I asked you this last time.
Yeah,
I forgot your answer.
Yeah.
Why all of these questions I asked you last time? I just forgot all of them.
Not a lot of video gamer people, but I watch stuff like my boy Josiah does some fake videos of like lore and stuff.
Okay.
I watch Nanogenesis for like Dokkan Ball or Dragon Ball Legends, like mobile games again.
Okay.
But he loves everything Dragon Ball.
So would you say you watch mobile gamers more than platform or PC gamers?
Yeah, like your channel is probably like one of the only few I actually watch that actually is like a gaming channel that I actually will like take out time and watch, because like even Breleezy, I'll be like, I don't even watch his videos that much anymore. I just watch, if he makes an exposure, I'll be like, drop everything.
Nah, see, that's what the homie Chris said. No. Y'all gotta understand, Breleezy is a gamer now. Like he games. He's hilarious. If you think his exposed are funny, that is just a percentage of his potential. You gotta watch his videos and you gotta watch his live streams on Twitch. This man is funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, you don't gotta believe me. You can miss out if you want to. I'm just letting you know. Breleezy is hilarious. You gotta watch this man. You should go to YouTube and watch his Until Dawn series on YouTube.
I'm watching Spider-Man one right now.
Oh, of Breleezy?
Yeah.
You should start off with his Until Dawn. It's hilarious, and then from there it'll make you want to watch some other stuff. But he's cool. I hear a lot, but that's fair though. I hear a lot of people say that because a lot of people found him through his Exposed series first before they start watching his gaming stuff. As did I, but it's like he carried his personality over to the gaming thing, and it actually works out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, one YouTuber, I just saw his video, and like I said, he titled it too. Let me see what he titled. he did Naruto content when Naruto was still popping live. He's still waiting for that game to drop of a new Naruto game.
Mm-hmm.
Sheikah's Cloud. Now, if you know who Sheikah's Cloud is, he's an old Naruto YouTuber who does a lot of storm games. He usually got mad, cussed through his control, broke his controller. Every time he ended his video, it always has him with the Obito mask dancing, just being funny. But now you actually see his face. Like when I finally saw this film, like, I always had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, he sounds British. And it's like I was right on that hand. I'm like, I feel like he's black. And it's like, well, I finally saw this, I was like, oh, dang, he is black.
Oh, yeah.
And his latest video is called "I'm Sorry." He's like, because my last video was like 10 months ago.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question right here. How do you feel about the advancement of battle passes / seasons in video games? So I'm gonna explain briefly what I mean about that. So now I feel like video games, they're starting to do this, like Call of Duty. In the past, you would get a map pack every 3 months or so, and you would pay for it, and you would get new maps and new content and stuff like that. Just like Fortnite, just like Apex, just like Spellbreak, just like all these Fall Guys. Now Call of Duty has seasons, and with these seasons, that's how you get your new content and stuff like that. And they have stores and battle passes and stuff, and you can always purchase extra content whenever you want. I mean, not content, but like skins and stuff like that, gun skins. How do you feel about that? You like that, or what you think about that?
No, I think it's cool. Based on some of the games, I still play like Apex. I've tried this Rocket League you guys been on about. Like, I cannot find that to save my life. But I think it's good. It's more like, become more player friendly, free to play kind of thing. Like, I think and I hate to throw these guys under the bus because trust me, there are a whole lot of YouTubers that I can name that go into just take 2 air at this thing, and I don't want you to get in trouble with this. So we're just going to skip over them. But let's take their company with 2K example. I think because that's what took their community, the 2K community. It's like
Wait, 2K has seasons?
No, I mean, they go by the NBA season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they go by the actual NBA season that happens in real life. But they don't have like their rewards are not good. It's not very free play. It's more like pay to win or get wrecked, scrub. You pay me or you get wrecked. My guy's like, I don't want to give you my money. It's like, you give me the money or y'all gonna get beat. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, I feel like it's cool on some games to have seasons and battle passes, but I feel like on other games, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like for me, playing Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, it's a big adjustment because I'm so used to the old school way of playing, like with the map packs, and you know what I'm saying. You could purchase the map pack if you want it, but if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. Now it's like these seasons and stuff, and it's like pros and cons to it. People only see the pros right now, but there definitely are cons. Like for an example, let me think of one. Dang. I now sound dumb because I was like, for an example, there's cons, but let me name them. And then I was like, oh, I forgot. No, I did forget. But the pros is that, like, okay, so you do get some free content, but okay, here's the con. So now it's like they have like skins and stuff like that you can buy and purchase, or like you gotta buy the battle pass and stuff like that. Instead of making one big purchase, it's like now you're making lots of small purchases, which is cool for them and it's okay for the individual. But some people be running up that check, you know what I'm saying? Or like Apex, there's some content. I keep saying content. There's some things that you can't buy. No, there's some things that you can't get unless you buy. That's cool, but I'd rather it be there's some things that you can't get unless you earn it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Fortnite started off like that and then transitioned into, you can have anything you want as long as you pay for it. You know, because I remember on Fortnite.
No, that's why that's I always.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped playing Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not. Cause I'm like, I had to see Switch go like, cause like, here in the Discord, and okay, I'm not you, but I'll do you a solid, homie. Those of you watching, join DreBlack's Discord if you want. Great chill plays. We play Among Us, GTA, COD. I'm totally not read off the list.
We're in the Discord right now. Also, we're the DreBlack chat.
Yeah. So I'm totally not read off this list. Totally not. But like I wonder what happened to the channel of Fortnite. Like that explains so much. I'm like, I said something about Fortnite died because I'm like, not a lot of people. I'm not hearing it in my ear anymore. Heck, Among Us to me right now, I'm not hearing anything from anybody.
I mean, well, look at this like this. So like, Fortnite back in 2017, it was cool because like there's certain skins that you could get, but you had to pay. You had to pay for them or whatever, right? That's cool, whatever, right? That's understandable. But after that day or that month or that week, you wouldn't see that skin ever again. And then on Save the World, there were certain skins and gun skins that you could get, but you would have to earn them, right? And these are the two things that I liked about Fortnite. It was either you had to get it, you could get exclusive content that was only available at certain times for a limited time only, or you can earn content on Save the World. What Fortnite decided to do was on Save the World and on the Battle Royale, they was like, oh, we're going to just unlock full access. You can get whatever you want. Just put that credit card on the line, baby. You know what I'm saying? And when they did that, that kind of turned me off, especially Save the World, because it was just like, bro, in Save the World, you earn everything on there originally, but then like eventually they just like, you know what, we're just going to open it up to where if you just want to pay for it, you can have it, you know? And then you said Among Us is dying. I wouldn't necessarily say Among Us is dying. Among Us is like evolving because they've already updated one beta so far. I think I haven't played Among Us in like a month or two, maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure there's another beta already available. Among Us is cool. It's an argumentative game, I feel like, and you just got to be on your P's and Q's when you play that game. And
oh yeah. How many times did listen? I will forget, and I'd be the nice guy because I'm just saying I'm dying. I keep dying. Now I'm trying to be nice, trying not to kill her first.
That's the thing about Among Us. It's like you can't be too nice, but you can't be too mean, if that makes sense. Because you really don't know. Like some people are good at lying, and some people are horrible at lying. And some people, when they lie, I mean, some people when they tell the truth, they sound like they're lying. So it's like you just gotta kind of be like not emotionless, but like
how many times did I get accused of lying when I was telling the truth, or when I said I don't know how to read this because
I know when you're lying or not. I already know. Matter of fact, I've never gotten to go against you because every time you're an imposter, I feel like you just walk around looking for me and then you kill me immediately. That's what you've done. Every time you was an imposter, you just kill me.
No, like, you were not the first on my list. That's the thing. You were not the first on the list.
But you always catch me like in the corner trying to stay away from her. That's my tactic on Among Us. In the beginning, I get away from everybody, bro. Everybody. If I see you, I'm running. You know what I'm saying? And next time we play, I'm gonna change up that tactic because now that I said that, people are gonna know. Oh, if Dre is around me at the beginning, that means he's an imposter. But if he's away, that means he's innocent. So I'm gonna change up my tactics. But originally, that's how I used to play.
For Among Us next time, if we do this, hide and seek Among Us. I've been seeing on YouTube. We should try that.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek Among Us.
We've experimented with different game modes. I think you've only played like 3 or 4 times with us, but we've experienced different.
Yeah, I played about 8 times with you.
You wasn't there majority. We used to play Among Us all the time, like. But
yeah, because one time when you were playing it, I'm like, I'm in school.
But we've played different game modes. But next time we hop on there, we ought to do it again. But do you you got a clock over there? You know what time it is? That's right. It's time for the next mini game called Guess That Game. You looking at the clock for real? You looking at the clock?
I legit look at this clock like.
No, for real. What time is it? It's time to play Guess That Game. That is where I read the description of a video game and you try to guess that game. It's so easy. A toddler could do it. So I'm going to go ahead and read this description and you can stop me at any moment when you feel like you know what it is. And yeah, so this first one. Blank gives players the ultimate gaming experience. Oh wait, Blank gives players the ultimate blank gaming experience. Develop your own warrior, create the perfect avatar, train to learn new skills, and help fight new enemies to restore the original story of the Blank series. Join 300 players from around the world in the new hub city of Conton and fight with or against them. You don't know? You want to take a guess? You said Rocket League. Boy, about this.
I don't know about the game.
Oh, you said Rocket League. No, it's not Rocket League. It's Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
You know, remember that part saying I remember all the questions? How did I forget that one?
Yeah, man. Okay, this next one. This next one is so easy that I'm probably not going to finish reading it before you get it. And it doesn't matter which game, as long as you know like what the thing is, then you got the answer right. Battle alongside your brothers through the sewers, subways, and streets of New York City. There you go. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. I just wanted you. I just put that game in there just because I just wanted to say. I just want you to have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. That's it.
I know if I got that wrong, I would not hear the end of it for like.
Oh no! I wouldn't even tell you the answer. I would just let it linger in your brain, and you have to wear it for the rest of your life and figure it out. That you had to get that one right. For those y'all don't know, we used to play TMNT all the time. All right, this next game we used to play. I think we used to play this a long time ago. All right.
I don't know.
Blank and the gang find themselves in a blank. A new villain called the Blank must be stopped. Blank and Blank must go through various levels to defeat him and his evil villains. Along the way, they collect blank snacks for points, blank and blank coins for extra chances, blank dog tags for checkpoints, hamburgers for health/energy, and pies for weapons. Blank, blank, and blank help blank and blank to overcome obstacles by giving them important game playing moves and tips via blank's handheld communication device.
My pride. Scooby-Doo escaping cyberscape.
Are you Googling?
No, I'm not.
Why are you looking down like that?
Because I got notifications that are just blowing up, that are like blowing my computer, which is blowing on my phone. It's simultaneously dangerous. Yeah, it's like boom, boom.
Nah, yeah, it's Scooby-Doo. I was like, why is this man making me read this long paragraph? As soon as I said blank in the gang, you should have knew what I was talking about. But you was over there looking at your phone.
I wanted you to finish. I didn't want you to. I wanted you to finish that one.
Nah. Trust me. For the next guest who hops on this podcast, I don't like reading paragraphs. So cut me off if you know what the answer is, please.
Wait,
I was man.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I know Scooby-Doo. Why did you tell him the story? See how we already had this discussion?
Oh, okay. So they didn't hear the story. Let me tell them the story. So this game that we just mentioned, Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, this was the exact game. I mean, the exact game that we were playing the day I heard Josiah screaming like a little girl. Now, why was he screaming like a little girl? Was the game scary, Dre? Was it too scary for him? How old were you guys when you played the game? Well, we were in elementary school, and the game was spooky, but it wasn't scary. You know, it was a Scooby-Doo game, and it's not too scary, you know. And he wasn't really screaming from the game. So apparently, we were playing the game, and Josiah's mom walks in and says something. I don't remember what she said. So she takes Josiah and says, "Get in my room." I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. So I'm like, I'm going to just sit here and play the game while it goes down. So I'm trying to act like I'm not listening. All of a sudden, I hear, I'm like, oh, somebody robbing the house. His mama's screaming. What's going on? And then I get close to the door and I stop. I'm like, wait. That's Josiah. This man was getting whooped. Boy, I'm like,
You know, and I'm gonna story.
12 years a slave, boy. I was like, what?
Man, 12 years a slave, and you heard a black man like he gives.
Kuta Kente, boy.
Man,
my name Toby Whoop, boy. I was like, what? And for those of you who do not, for those of you who are from a different culture and a different background, and you don't understand what a whooping is, in the black community, a whooping is where you take a leather belt or any belt of any kind, and you
or bare hand,
and you or bare hand, and you how do you? What's a polite way to say this? You whoop the child's butt. It's a disciplinary thing, a disciplinary staple in the black community. A lot of us has been whooped before, so you know, it's out of love though. It's the difference between getting whooped and getting beat. You don't want to get beat. That's when you call CPS. Whooping is different, and you know, you still feel loved after you get whooped. You know what I'm saying? A beating is different. Josiah said, I ain't never. Josiah said, I ain't never felt no love. He said, I ain't never felt no love.
Your butt don't feel right because when you like.
I'm just trying to make it to where the black parents don't get in trouble, bro. Just say you felt love, okay?
If you ever know you're about to get a butt one, especially you're a black kid.
I'm just trying to make sure the black parents don't get in trouble. That's why I said that, Josiah. We didn't feel no love, but we gonna say we felt love because everybody else don't understand. If you ain't got a whooping, then your opinions on whoopings should not be valid. That's
Yep.
That's honestly.
Amen.
Honestly, if you ain't ever got one, then just be quiet. But let's get back to the.
Oh wait, hang on. My thing is this. There are just two things.
Well, I want to know. Hold on, wait. Before we end that story, I want to know why did you get in trouble that day?
Why? I think it's because I think my room was still a mess from when we left school. That morning, just told me to clean up. And you know me, I forgot.
Yeah.
And then and you forgot to tell the part where I came back. You're over here, and like you didn't hear nothing, and you're over
loud. When Josiah came back to the room. Now keep in mind, I wasn't even playing the game. I had the game paused. I was sitting there like, dang, he getting toe up. So I hear Josiah coming back. So I'm like, I put the controller in my hand real quick. I'm like, oh, let me get my controller. Hold up. I put the controller in my hand. I'm like, he comes in and he just stops. And I turn my head. I look like this right here, my eyes. I'm like, and I start smirking. And he said, hey man, that's not funny. And I start busting out laughing.
You laughing like, bro.
I like, why you look at me? I wouldn't even laugh because I looked at him and he was already looking at me. So I was like, it was funny because he tried to come in the room smooth, like he wasn't crying, like his face wasn't red, like he didn't have tears streaming down his face. That man tried to come in the room smooth, boy. I like, boy, you look like you been dragged through the house.
When your parents tell you, when listeners are about black parents, man, they'll tell you after they get done beating your butt, right, for your parents, your friends and stuff, they'll be like, yeah, I'm about to see your camera blurry.
Yeah.
That don't you cry when you walk out here. You right, better suck it up before I give you some more. It's like,
yeah,
you gotta try.
But like I said, anybody who hasn't got that form of discipline, there's words behind it, there's explanations behind it. It's not just you just getting hit. So you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand it. If you don't understand it, just let it go. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next question.
The thing I was gonna say was for the kids, if you ever experience that, or like you're about to get it, if your parents warn you about it, let them at least you better hope you peed beforehand, or you're gonna make them even madder. Because if you pee,
you pee while getting a whooping.
Dude, it happened one time. Like I had to go back.
I know you got whooped again. She whooped the piss out of you.
No, that was
she whooped the piss out of you.
Oh, man. He got me when I was like,
your dad?
Yeah, that's when I was sleeping.
He whooped the piss out of you.
Dude, I had to pee.
Bro, okay, let's get back on topic, bro. We'll talk about this later. That's funny. But the next question. He literally whooped the piss out of you.
Dude, like I
Well,
couldn't
hold
move.
on. Okay. Since we already talked about it, so let me ask the question. So, like, did you take a break and clean up the pee and then get whooped again, or like, did he just keep going? Like, what happened?
Well, there was no mercy. Where was mercy? Where was God?
You should have turned around and aimed at him. You said, "Get off of me!" Nah, you would have got killed. Never mind. But anyways, Josiah, if you could make your own video game, what would it be like?
I think it'd be more like a open world.
Okay.
You could be where you want. You wouldn't be like
Role play?
Yeah, pretty much a role play, shooting with it. Have an adventure, get some cool powers. If you want to fly, I guess. But I want to have like a decent story, where it's like it enthralls you, puts you in the world, like makes you want to be part of the world itself. Get you invested with each character, each person you meet, kind of thing. Like side characters, not important people, but no, what may not be important to you may be important to the other guy. Like,
Okay.
I don't like Lucy.
So
I
like an
Lucy.
advanced RuneScape or something. Have you ever played RuneScape? You know what RuneScape is?
I've seen it, never played it.
Okay.
Never seen gameplay.
RuneScape is like, it's like I guess you could say open. I haven't played since middle school, so I don't know if they made any updates or changes to anything. Let me see, middle school, what year was that? 2014, 2010, minus 4, maybe 2006, 2007, last time I played. Dang, I just told my age. But anyways,
right now.
But anyways, it's basically like an open world thing where you can like upgrade your character, you can do quests, or you can go over here and upgrade your pickaxing skills, maybe upgrade your combat skills, maybe upgrade your cooking skills. Like you got different people you can go talk to, like actual other players, or it could be like NPCs. You know what I'm saying? So it's you could do a lot. You got fight people, you got bears in there that you can fight.
This sounds like
at that time it was like it was like you know, it was good. It was great at that time. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure they have like other stuff that are like a better substitute.
Probably. I mean, most of my time is spent playing either these gotcha games, which aren't much, or my card game, which I can't really play because we're in the whole quarantine stuff. And my God, like I can still buy cards, but it's like, what's the point of buying cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't play with anybody.
Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of cards, I know that you're interested in card fighting and stuff like that. And could you tell us a little bit about that and what card fighting means to you?
Card fight Vanguard's. It's pretty much like
What's it? Vanguard? What'd you say?
It's called Card Fight Vanguard, but
Card
it's
Fight
pretty
Vanguard.
much It pretty much is just a normal, typical card game, just with different rules. So it's somewhat kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, but not really. It's like you got monsters, but in this case, they're units. Like you got different nations, clans, and all that stuff. And they signify different things like role power, like King Alfred and his Knights of the Round Table. Shadow power is like Mordred the Rebellion. So kill my allies for more power. You got dragons, ninjas, vampires. You got all this other stuff. What it means to me is I like the art style. I like how fun it is, despite its downward spiral, as people are saying it right now. I mean, I think it's fine, but like Power Group's ridiculous because it needs to get a reboot too. And I told you this is the last one. I said you should watch the anime to watch the reboot anime and see how it is, see if you like it.
Is this like a modern day Yu-Gi-Oh or like Pokemon type of situation? Like
it's not. It's up there with the big three, so it's not up there with the big three. It's not like Pokemon. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like Magic, but it's up there. Okay. But it's not going.
So it's out of all the card fighting different games and shows, it's respected.
It's kind of close to how Yu-Gi-Oh is like, hey, if I do not win this game here, either A, I'm going to die, or B, the world's going to die, or both. We're both going to die.
Okay.
But it's not a constant world-ending dilemma. It's more like each season, like when it first started, I only had like 3 main protagonists or 2 main protagonists, 1 antagonist / protagonist. So it's like, yeah, so like the weird thing about the story, right? I don't want to get too much of a story. I'll give you like the old version because the new version kind of follows it, but it's more by the manga this time.
Yeah,
the original is more like their own thing. But like you got the main character Aichi who plays Rohan. You got this guy named Ren who plays Xiaohan, the opposite of what he plays. And you got this guy named Kai who plays Kyra, which is a dragon deck. But he used to play with the Royal Paladin. Kai and Ren used to be childhood friends when he moved. All right,
and this is the show, right?
Yeah, this is the show.
Card Fighter Vanguard.
Yeah, got rebooted recently too, and we call that the V series.
How many seasons they got in there?
Of the original, there's Vanguard, Asia Circuit, Link Joker, Legion. It had 4 seasons of the original. Then they went on to a new generation that became Cardfight Vanguard G.
Oh, so this been around. So this isn't new. This isn't something that popped up last year.
Let me see when it actually released. Hang on, give me 1 second, because it really was like it was like in the 2016s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 2016 when it first came out to like YouTube and stuff on the anime.
And that's what's up. And I kind of like that about those type of like card fighting games because it's like they kind of bridge the gap in between playing a game and watching an anime. That's kind of cool, or a show or a cartoon, depending on how you want to do it. Because like back in the day, I think all we had were like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon. Those are the only games that you could like kind of play and watch at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
and was Beyblades a show? Beyblades?
Yeah, Beyblade was a show and a toy card game.
Because I remember I had one Beyblade. I used to let it rip everywhere. Every time I go to somebody's house and they had a Beyblade arena, I would pull out my little Beyblade out of my pocket. I'll let it rip. Middle of the living room. I don't care. Set it down. I'm finna let it rip. That's it. For all the young kids listening or watching it, when you play Beyblade, you gotta say Beyblade, let it rip, and you gotta rip it. If you didn't say let it rip, then anything you did didn't count. I don't care if you beat me. You gotta say let it rip.
Beat me because of some BS, because like the wind blew that one time we were outside playing Beyblades. Like,
bro, we used to add mods to our Beyblades like they was cars, like we was mechanics. We add a rubber band to yours, that way it has some shock absorbance. Like, put some paper clips, that way you can like stick your opponent. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to do all sorts of crazy stuff.
And then we did like things like Bakugan. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because they got included too. Where like now there's actual rules apparently. So like they got rid of like the cards that we had and placed like these little coin things. It's like if you land on one of those coin things, like oops. It's like game chance.
So like, they tried to up the ante. Okay, but that's what's dope. Like I like that concept of just like taking a show and implementing something with it that you can kind of take away from it. Like you can actually play what they do in the show. That's kind of dope. And
I like about it is some of the stories, like the progression I see in a certain character like Aichi starts like a weak kid who got bullied a lot, but grows confidence in himself with each passing season. And then we move on to our new protagonist, which is like a guy named Chrono. I mean, again, there's 3 protagonists, but it's mostly focused around the one guy with the weird hair. Because like you can't be an anime protagonist, you want weird looking hair, right? Aichi has blue hair. Chrono here has what we call tomato. Well, okay, he's not really tomato head. It's more like cherry head.
Yeah.
Because literally he has like a pink swirl that looks like a J, but like red hair.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this before we move on to the next question. About car fighting. What draws you to car fighting? Like what's like, is it the strategy? Is it the competitiveness? Is it the like what is it about? Is it creativity of just like placing different cards together to get the attack or the defense that you want? Like what is it about car fighting?
I think it's more the competitive nature of people and I like, and then like being new people because like this is the only game where I'm like I went to regionals. I just made it to like when because we usually do best 2 out of 3, but then the old days of Bush Road they did like a Swiss round like you could no best 2 out of 3 is something you only play one game like I do the anime. But in this case, if you lose twice within your first 2 rounds, you're out. You keep playing if you want, but you're not getting anywhere. It's just me and new people from different parts around the world. And it's all over the world. That's the surprise. It's in not only North America, it's also in Europe. It's really popular in Hong Kong, like all over Asia. It's like it's popular there. But now it's like people are saying Vanguard's dying. So I don't think it's dying. But like Digimon, just where you got a card game. So like now that's spreading over all over the world now. I'm like, but Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and Pokemon will always still be the top 3 and still be reigning over. Okay. It's just they're surprised that this game has lasted as long as it has because most games that they know that aren't those 3 I named only get like a 2-year lifespan, give or take.
Yeah.
Vanguard, Weiss Schwartz, these are games which you had. Their only game that died recently was Buddy Fight. But Vanguard is standing at least for. Okay, wait. We're in 2021, right? I say came out 2016. How many years has it been since then?
Since 2016. 5.
Has it been 5?
Yeah.
No wait.
16 plus 4 is 2020, and then plus 1 is 5.
2015. I'm sorry. It came out 2015.
6.
6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they either come out on their 10th or 7th anniversary. Because I know we're about to get a new version of it too. We're trying to see if this is like a reboot or a new format, and it's called Overdress. And it's getting a new anime, and it seems like there's a card that's in an eggshell, and a girl wearing that dress. So I'm like, is this your idea of a joke, my G?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Are there any new games that you're excited for? Anything you got on your radar, or you're not really looking for anything? What's your scope on games right now? What you looking for that you don't already have?
Besides the games on my PS5, which ain't much anyways, and I got rid of my PS4. I'm just ready for the new Spider-Man game because I already beat Miles Morales, so I'm actually replaying it again, but this time with like the whole PS5's ray tracing thing, which honestly, when I look at ray tracing, I'm like, it's hard to tell what's really like the graphics look different, like the models are different, and all that stuff. I think it's like one thing that's different is like you can see your shadow like through the glass when you have ray tracing on. Like it's supposed to just bring shadows more.
That's cool.
All right, that's all it is.
I mean, I'm like, but are there any new games that you're interested in, or not really? Like games that you don't have that you want, basically, is what I'm saying, or games that are not out yet, but you know that they're gonna be out.
Besides the nurse Spider-Man game, not really. It's not too many come to mind. Right now, I'm considering buying this game. It's on the PS Store for like $39. It's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing was $60, but they say it's really fun. It gives you all that nostalgia.
Well, let me ask you this right here. This is the last question. It's been probably exactly a month since you had your PS5. I want to know, how are you enjoying the PS5 so far?
Honestly, I haven't really been able to get to enjoy it too much because I've been working all this time.
Yeah.
It's like I hardly. But I mean, I do like looking at it. The white bothers me because I'm so used to black. But then you told me about how PS1 used to be white, like the original.
Yeah, it's like a whitish, grayish type of color. It depends.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like how the graphics look in the game. Like PS4 games look in higher HD than they did in the PS4.
Yeah.
Just upped it more. My only complaint about it would be the controller and how it feels. Because, like I said, I told you, it feels weird. It's not as.
You got to get used to it.
Yeah, it's more like bubbly. I don't even know if I
Bubbly.
want to say bubbly,
Okay.
And then I really like if I'm playing Spider-Man, like this is the one thing I complain about. It's like when I do like the web, like try to swing around, I hear come out of my controller. Like,
Oh yeah, so you got to turn off your controller volume.
how? I can't. I don't know how.
I've been hearing that a lot lately from people who have PS5s. There's a lot of things that they know how to do on the PS4, but they don't know how to get to the settings on the PS5 yet. And I'm hoping I don't have those issues when I get mine, but you just got to play around with it, Maybe watch some YouTube tutorials and stuff like that.
Figure out, make a video on it so I can know what to do. I'll be like, all right. But I mean, the thing I really like about the PS5 right now is more like if you have any hard copies or anything about the PlayStation Store, you can actually play it on the PS5. So you are not like counting the previous generation games. PS4 games, you could play your PS3 games or your PS2 games on there. It's like, that was a lie because we couldn't do it.
I mean, they didn't really. They kind of. I don't think they meant for you to play the PS3 and PS2 games on there. I think they were saying like, previous gen, which is the PS4, you should be able to play PS4 games on there, and then PS1, 2, and 3 games, maybe through PlayStation Now you could play, but I don't think you could put a disc in there. I don't think the disc is going to spin.
I mean, with the hard copy you can.
But speaking of PS1, they're actually selling those on Amazon and Walmart. I think it was Walmart, brand new ones. So I'm going to get me a PS1 after I get the PS5, because like I mentioned last time we did the podcast episode, when the PS1 came out, we were like, well, I was 1 year old and you was just being thought of. So, you know what I'm saying? It was no reason for us to have one. Me and you, we're the older siblings. We don't have older siblings. So it's not like, oh, my older sibling had one, So to say that I had the complete set, I think it's like $70 too. Now, that sounds like a lot of money to some people, but games cost $70. That's a game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get me one eventually. I just want to make sure I get my PS5 first before I get the PS1. That way I can say I had 1 through 5. Have the complete edition. I had a PS Vita back in the day. I thought about getting another PS Vita and a PSP, but I'm not spending anything over $100 for a PS Vita, and I'm not spending anything over $50 for a PSP. I'm not doing it.
I agree.
So I'm gonna wait until those things are worthless to buy one. That way I can just say I had everything. Now I actually did had a PSP, and I actually did have a PS Vita.
I still got my PSP.
I've had every single system except for the PS5, the brand new PS5, and the first PS1. Other than that, I've had every other Sony console, and that doesn't include like special editions, pros, and slims. That just means like, a PS2, a PS3, a PS4. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time.
So can we just say rip the Titans? You got too cocky, man. They were in the lead and they let it go.
We'll talk about that later. That's a non-gaming topic. We'll talk about that later. But let's get it. Let's get into this next mini game right here. This mini game is video game trivia. Okay, I read a question, I give you a multiple choice, or I might just give you no multiple choice. You just got to guess the answer, and then you just basically guess the answer. Now, these are the same questions from last time. So this isn't a test of your video game knowledge. This is a test of your memory. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I remember which ones you got right, and I remember which ones you got wrong. This first one right here, I think you got this one right. So let's see if you get it right twice. Who is on the regular front cover of 2K17? Is it A, LeBron James? Is it B? What you say? Okay, so your memory is great. Did you just say Paul George?
Yes.
All right, cheater. All right, next question.
I have the game.
What age was Peter Parker in the 2018 Spider-Man game on PS4? No multiple choice.
24.
Wrong. 23. Close. You was close last time. Last time you said 24 as well. So 23. Only reason I know this is based off of a blog that I saw, and the guy had saw a poster on his wall of the year that he fought in that wrestling ring, and he was able to calculate his age in 2008. But that's based off of his blog. I could be wrong. I could care less though. For all those diehard mean Spider-Man fans, he's not 23. Hey, give it a rest. I don't care. I saw this on Google. Leave me alone. All right, next question. What is Sonic's original home planet called? Is it A, Planet Sonic? Is it B, Emerald Planet? Is it C, Mobius? Is it D, Hedgehog World?
Yeah, I know I got this one wrong last time. I'm getting right. Mobius!
I was hoping you get it wrong again. Okay.
Yeah.
So this proves, everyone, that Josiah's memory is really, really good. And that's kind of scary. So, are there any last words, shout outs, or comments you want to make, Josiah? Anything you want to say to the people?
Yes, people. If this IO does not F up again and you watch this, I want you guys to help me do something. Like up this video, subscribe to this channel.
Facts.
And if you like it up, what's the like goal you want them to hit, Dre?
1 million.
Give them a reasonable like goal.
This is a podcast episode, so I want 20 likes. Yeah.
All right. So here's the bet, guys. 20 likes on this video, and Dre has to come with me because he's been trying to avoid it. I'm gonna make this man do it. He's gonna come with me to roller skate, and he's gonna film it too. He's gonna film it, so I want to see if he falls. See if he even remembers how to roller skate at all.
Okay. No. Let's get, and if we get over 20 likes, I'm not going. We have to get exactly. We can't have 19 and you can't have 21. You have to have exactly 20.
See, that's a cop out.
And it has to be within the month of January. I'm not going skating. It's cold outside. I'm not going nowhere unless I have to. I'm not going. It's COVID-19 and we in 2021 and the people in there skating, breathing and sweating and boogie until they can't no more. Like, nah, dude, I'm finna go home.
Listen, man, you missing the Cupid shuffle. Listen, all right, listen.
The Cupid shuffle? No.
They playing the two-step.
Two-step?
Yeah, they still playing the two-step, man.
I'm not even gonna take one step out my house, boy. I'm finna quarantine until this world is not sick no more. But everybody watching or listening, make sure you listen to this podcast on the Spotify app or the Anchor app. Either one, your pick. Also should be on the Google Podcast and the Apple Podcast. Make sure you check out any podcast that you can find. DreBlackGaming Podcast is what the podcast is called. This is episode 6. This is the last episode of season 1. Clap it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And season 2 will be coming at you real soon. If you wish to watch a part of the video version of this podcast, then go check it out at my YouTube on DreBlackGaming. I usually drop the video version a week after I drop the podcast version. So if you want to know when the audio version is dropped on Spotify or Anchor app, make sure you go follow me there. That way you get that notification. Also, don't forget to like this podcast anywhere you're listening or watching and support any way you can. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
What with the
Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on, bar control maker.
All right, so seems like he has his emotional control dog.
Here, this is Jasper. He's the barking background you're hearing.
Hi, Jasper.
He's literally just like 4 months old.
Jasper, come here. Come on, boy. Come here.
I He will do it. Don't make him do it.
Hey. Come here. I saw him look. He can't see nothing. He got a mop on his head. But all right, if you can make your own video game.
My own video game would be.
Wait, don't answer. Sit down. Okay, because I'm all of this. I'm editing out, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you again. Hold on.
You can put Jasper in there if you want.
Wait. Just in case I decide to edit it out.